Johnny, get your gun, get your gun, get your gun. Take it on the run, on the run, on the run. Hear them calling you and me, every son of liberty. Hurry right away, no delay, go today.
You have wisely tuned in to another episode of Roscoe Gadsden's High Capacity Online Gun Magazine.
In World War I, now only speaking about World War I, when our doughboy armed with this saw this coming, a German stick grenade, would he be able to shoot it out of the sky, re-divert it, blow it back to the Germans, or, I don't know, maybe detonate it in the air with a shotgun?
That'd be a good question.
Yeah,
With a shotgun.
and so I don't know what record there might be about this ever actually happening. I suspect that it comes from guys tried it, and maybe it worked every time. I doubt that. Yeah. Or one guy tried it, and it worked that one time, and it became the big lore. Maybe it was, could it have been propaganda?
I know I've heard that story. I don't know where I've heard it, though.
Me neither.
Yeah.
I've probably heard it once and read it 5 times, but that's over quite a long span of years. So one of the questions is that we won't be able to answer is, would a blast of double-aught buck, or let's say a single pellet, we haven't talked about this, but what do you think? If you hit it square, would it detonate it?
I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
That'd be a good question for somebody with some explosives experience.
Yeah, I wouldn't know either. Although in my youth I shot dynamite with 22 Magnum, it didn't go off. And I think we shot it with 223 also, and it didn't go off. If a pellet were to go in here and hit the detonator, I think it would detonate the detonator, but what would you rather have? It goes off in the air 10, 20, 30 feet away from you?
I'd rather have that, I think.
At your feet. So it's almost like everything to gain and nothing to lose by shooting at an incoming potato masher grenade. What we are going to shoot is these. And these are water bottles cut off and filled with plaster Paris so that it molds over a stick. And the weight and balance is not like up to National Bureau of Standards levels, but it'll get us by. We have several of these. I think we have 8 or 9 of these. And the hope, of course, is if we hit it even with a single pellet of buckshot, we get a puff of white smoke.
Nice cloud to, yeah.
Yeah. If this is flying through the air and takes a pellet here, we don't want it coming down to the thrower. We got a pretty elaborate setup to prevent that from happening. But I think the frangible buckshot is also kind of a safety measure in that way. And also, it's not going to have the range. Regular lead double-aught buck pellets weigh 55 grains. These, because they're not lead, they weigh 36 grains, so they're not going to go as far. We have, where we're going to be shooting this, we have at least 3/4 of a mile before there's anything, and we can see the whole expanse. So we definitely feel safe about shooting buckshot in the air. What I'm trying to draw here is kind of our plan. We're looking at getting approximately 30 yards between the thrower and the shooter. There's our guy on the left, our doughboy in the trench with a 97. There's our German, who probably wouldn't be in a trench. He'd probably be assaulting at ground level, but made a nicer drawing. We're looking at, hopefully getting impact between buckshot and grenade at about 15 yards, halfway. Before we do any shooting, we need to pattern the guns. We chose the 1939 one. Both of those shotguns, the 1898 and the 39, they throw a pattern that's, I would call that equal. You can't really tell with 2 shots. These were traditional lead double-aught buckshot. So 9 pellets per shot, 33 caliber. Each pellet weighs 55, 56 grains. We got 2 shots here. We're down a couple of pellets. I think 1 or 2 were off target. In this one, we've got 17 hits. Should have been 18 because 2 shots of 9 pellets. In this one, we got all 18 in there.
If you were to take a cardboard cutout grenade, you can put it in there about anywhere you want, and you've got a miss. Misses. Going the other way, let's take this cluster of 4 plus this hit, which is the only one that hit the point of aim in the whole series. So these 4 plus these 3, oh, that's 7 hits. Great. Except it's really only 3.5 hits because this is 2 shots. You got the same thing here. You've got a cluster of 5 there. Those could all be hits, and then 6 or 6 and 7. You can't really get more than 3.5 hits, but lots of opportunity to miss it completely. If you were to set the grenade on the bench and bench rest the shotgun and fire 2 shots, you could very well miss it.
So let's do the shooting.
That's a hit.
That's a hit. We had 4 cameras going, and there was a problem with each and every one of them. Now this one, yeah, that one gets the prize as the most diverted grenade. But by and large, they did not divert very well.
Right. I think it's worth mentioning that
That's one of the chalk ones there.
the ones that were hit dead square center with some buckshot on the warhead, yeah, they didn't fly away. They didn't fly back to the Germans. They didn't
drop to the ground.
The diversion was minimal on those grenades.
Yeah.
The impact had very little effect on its overall trajectory.
I mean, what would you say, the maximum diversion was? 10 feet? 15 feet?
Maybe 10 feet.
Yeah.
But that doesn't even come close to representing the average, which I would say be like 2 or 3, maybe 4 feet.
Yeah.
They really didn't move all that much when shot. I think your best bet is detonating the warhead in air, because you're not going to blow it away or blow it back or anything.
Oh, here comes the Molotov cocktail. So there's a lesson in that little scene there. Don't shoot incoming Molotov cocktails. You got drenched.
Absolutely did.
So you're getting off a lot of fast 2-shot pairs there.
That's not slam fire.
That's not, yeah.
That's not slam fire.
Yeah. So we're going to talk about slam fire a little bit coming up, but you're getting chunks off of them. There's a chunk off of that one. A lot of the sticks weren't quite long enough, so I added a piece on the end. A couple of them got shot off. But now this is good. That was actually your first shot of the day, and that was a hit. And I think that might have been 2 pellets on the warhead. Looks to me like it was.
Hit! I believe my hit ratio's got to be over 50%, maybe 3 out of 5.
Yeah. Now that shot looked like birdshot, but it was not. What you saw there was buffer for the buckshot. We only shot 1 regular grenade. That was a hit. We only shot 1 regular grenade with birdshot. And most of the grenades got cycled through twice. We shot them, picked them up, shot them again. I think there was only, maybe, there's the Molotov cocktail again. I think there was maybe only 1 that never got hit at all. And the other ones, because that was a good one. Most of the grenades, because you were shooting twice at some, and we cycled some of them through twice, took multiple hits. But there were a lot of hits on the handles, too. There's another handle hit. And the hits on the handles, because the warhead is heavy and the handle is not, the handle hits, that was a good hit. The handle hits tended to just put a spin on the thing and not really change the trajectory. That was, I love
even
that.
the warhead hits hardly change the trajectory.
Yeah.
And there's your best trajectory change right there.
Now this side view camera shows some things a little bit differently until it got rained on too much. That, I think, was the best diversion of the day. I think that one got diverted, maybe the 10 feet. There's a good
see,
hit.
there's an impact that did virtually nothing to the trajectory.
Nothing.
Now, if that had detonated in air there, I'd be much better off.
Really, yeah. One of the things I've always liked about the 97 is this wide open space down here. And you can get a twofer. So, slip, and you got 2 in there. It's coming forward. The hammer doesn't drop until it's in battery. Do it one more time. Yeah. Yep. It's not just following home. It's actually, it's made to do that, but it's not that useful of a feature. So how's your shoulder? Let's see that butt plate. Ow! Are you okay?
Perfectly fine.
Okay,
Unscathed.
yeah, I thought so. We're testing slam fire here versus regular fire, you know. Is it really faster?
In this scenario, it's a touch faster.
Ready?
But you can see here that I'm playing with accuracy, and that's at 5 yards.
Okay, how'd we do that time? Huh, got a little ragged there. We're looking here at our grenades after the fact. Get kind of a quick left to right synopsis here. The first two on the left were our two chalk grenades that we were hoping just to get a nice puff of smoke out of them. And we did, out of one. The other one, I think it just broke on impact. I don't think we hit it. Then the Molotov cocktail, that you took a serious drenching there in hot flaming liquid.
That's right.
So that is not recommended. The third grenade, it just broke on impact. That was a shabbily made grenade. The others, you can see hits in various places. Some of the sticks are shorter. That's because the glued on extension got shot off. A lot of hits on handles. A lot of hits on warheads too. You know, various effects, and none of the effects really very much affected the flight path of the grenade. The last one on the right, that is the one that got shot with birdshot. That handle was made out of pine, so after a couple of hits it fell apart. In the end, have we proven anything here?
Not necessarily.
Yeah, I don't
We've
think...
proven that you could shoot an incoming grenade. We've proven that it wouldn't really change much trajectory-wise.
Yeah, I don't think so.
I think the only question truly left here is, would it detonate in air? And unfortunately, we're unable to answer that.
Yeah. So we didn't prove that it happened. We didn't prove that it couldn't happen. We proved that, yeah, it maybe kind of could to some degree, but your chances of really getting an effective blowing back of the grenade, they're very, very close to zero.
What we did prove is that you can, with some reliability, hit a grenade-sized object flying at you with a Model 97 and buckshot.
Yeah, we kind of knew that before.
Well,
yeah,
but as far as sneaking through the pattern goes, and of course, I wasn't being shot at, but it proves that it's possible. You can hit it.
Yeah. Hope you enjoyed this. Just another little exploratory into, you know, what if, or what might be or might have been. Continuing with that World War I theme, our next video is going to be an interesting one. We're going to land a SPAD S8 on top of a Zeppelin once we get clearance from the financial department. So thank you for watching. See you next time.